everybody, it's me, MiaFran again. Welcome back to my channel and to another video for the 12 days of anime. Today is day 3 for the 12 days of anime, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the seasonal anime shows that I watched this year in 2019. I was watching more seasonal anime. I'm still watching some more seasonal anime that has coming out, has had new seasons or has premiered in 2019. I'm going to do a separate video on just shows that I generally watched in 2019 that didn't premiere in 2019, so that'll be a separate video. It'll probably be tomorrow's video, actually. So let's just get right into it. I'm not going to do this in order that I watched them, but I am going to do them in order that they came out. The first thing that came out close to the beginning of this year was the Promised Neverland, and I actually watched that really recently, but it was still a seasonal show that I watched, so it's going to count. I'm going to count that towards this, since it was a seasonal anime that did come out this year at the beginning of the year. I just kind of watched it 9 or 10 or 11 months too late after it premiered, but it was still in 2019. It was still a seasonal show. Anyway, so the Promised Neverland, I really enjoyed it. I really liked the characters. I liked the setting. I thought it was really creepy, spooky. I'm excited that there's going to be season 2 next year because I really want to know what's going to happen. I did kind of spoil myself though a little bit on what happens next, at least for certain characters that I was really concerned about. I really liked the Promised Neverland. I loved the OP. It was by who are they? Odd Future? Was it Odd Future? It's Odd Future. They did this one of My Hero Academia openings, but I loved the OP for this. I loved the visuals. I thought it was creepy but cool at the same time. I love seeing Ray, Norman, and Emma running through the forest and shit. That was cool. Loved seeing that. I love how that's kind of the foreshadowing. So I really liked the Promised Neverland. I really am mad at myself for not watching it when it was first premiering, but I'm glad that I did watch it. So now when season 2 premieres next year, I can watch it when it is actually premiering. This year, I also watched Meiji Tokyo Renka. Oh my gosh, I loved Meiji Tokyo Renka. I made videos about it, so y'all know how much I loved Meiji Tokyo Renka. Really got into the characters and the series and the setting. I loved the setting. I loved the Meiji era setting of Japan. I thought the OP was really cute. Really cute. It was by Ken. I love him. Loved him in Idol Rush 7, loved him in this. He's also in Meiji Tokyo Renka. So I really enjoyed. I loved Mei as a main character. She actually does things, because a lot of these main characters in these otome based shows, they don't really do a whole lot because they're in place of the player or the viewer, you. So I'm glad that Mei has a personality. She's got a backstory. She has a name. Not saying that all these MCs never have a name. Of course they have, they'll give them names, but Mei actually had an arc, kind of she had to actually kind of learn something about herself and get over something, this fear that she had, and I loved that. And I loved all the boys. They were all super cute, super fun, super interesting. I loved the character designs. It's a Broccoli made series. I know the visual novels are made by Broccoli, who make Utapri. So of course it's gonna be a really good story and everything. And I really liked the way the story came out in just 12 episodes, but I really loved how it was a cohesive story in one single thing. So I hope they make a season 2. I really hope they make a season 2, because the way it ended, it's kind of possibly we could go back. They say oh, she'll come back, but I don't know if that's gonna happen, because with these otome shoujo anime, sometimes they'll get multiple seasons. I mean, Utapri's got multiple seasons. Idol Rush 7 is getting a season 2 next year, but I don't know, with stuff other stuff, I really feel if it's not an idol series, it won't get another season. So hopefully we get another season of Meiji Tokyo Renka, because I do want to see these characters again, and I want to see more of Mei's growth as a character and a person. So next, I'm going to talk about one of the recurring seasonal shows, which was Attack on Titan season 3, part 2 of season 3. Been waiting a long ass time for this, but holy shit, I've loved Attack on Titan since it first started coming out, since the anime first started coming out. I'm an anime only, I'm sorry. Like, I started reading the manga, and then I stopped because I got bored, because I was like, I just wanted to get to the part where I was in the anime, and I feel like, I need to reread the manga, actually. Like, I know certain things that are gonna happen already, like, next, in season 4, so yeah. But this season was, holy shit, this was some sad fucking shit. Like, we found out a lot of truths to certain things. We found out what's in the fucking basement, for God's sake. Like, holy shit. I thought that the animation for this season was amazingly beautiful. Like, more so than past seasons. And I know that they're switching to another, studio for season 4, and I know season 4 is supposed to be like the final season, so I'm curious to know what the fuck is gonna happen with this, just because I've been watching Attack on Titan since it first started coming out, and I love these characters, and like, you know, some of them that I really like have fallen by the wayside, let's say. They will probably not show up again in the future, and yeah, but I'm really excited for what's gonna happen next, since we found out what's in the basement. We found out the truth about the Titans, most of the truth, and it's getting really interesting, and it's getting very dark. Like, obviously it's gonna get dark and darker, but I'm very curious to see how all of this is going to finish, just because the way things, the explanations behind, like, what it means to, like, turn into a Titan, and, like, why certain Titans have certain abilities and stuff is, like, it's kind of scary. Like, more so than just, like, oh shit, like, there's Titans. Like, it, like, just, like, the explanations behind certain things is, like, really kind of, like, very grim and, like, ugh. Like, I don't know how I feel about that, certain things. Oh, come on, camera focus, let's go. So yeah, I'm very, curious to see what's gonna happen. Of course, Linked Horizon does the fucking OP for this season, and it's beautiful, it's great, it's amazing. I really, really liked it. Yeah, I think the last episode the way it ended was, like, kind of, like, bringing tears to my eyes, honestly, when I was watching it, from what I remember. Like, it was just, oh man. So good. I'm so excited for next season for Attack on Titan. One of the best shows, I think, that came out this year, Asada Zanmai. I haven't talked about Asada Zanmai, but if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I retweet a lot of things, Asada Zanmai wise. I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved Asada Zanmai. It was one of the, like, best shows I've seen all year. Like, just in general, not just anime, but, like, shows that I've watched all year. It's been one of my favorites. Like, I want this on DVD so bad, or Blu-ray. Like, I really want to get it when it finally comes out on, like, pre-order and stuff. I loved the story. I loved the characters. I loved the songs. I loved everything about Asada Zanmai. I think my favorite part about the show was, like, showing the relationships, and, like, how relationships feed off of each other, and how they can change, and how if you don't have this relationship in your life is either completely different or it's non-existent. I like the abstract parts of that, and how it, like, goes into depth for that, for those kinds of aspects of, like, relationships and stuff. And of course the characters are fucking adorable. Like, they're cute little kappas, and then, you know, we've got the sexy cops. We've got Kepi, who's the fucking most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. I love him. Especially when he's stripping on that stripper pole. I'll probably put in a GIF somewhere of him doing that. I love that part. I really loved Asada Zanmai, and I know we're going to talk about it at some point for the podcast, so stay tuned for that, because I cannot wait to just talk about Asada Zanmai, because I loved it. I absolutely loved it. That's one of the shows I highly recommend for you to watch that was from 2019. This year, is Asada Zanmai, because it was just one of the best shows I've seen all year. Like, legitimately one of the best shows I've seen all year. I absolutely loved it. So, season 3 of Bungo Stray Dogs came out this year as well. Also, like, just got into Bungo Stray Dogs this year, but I watched it just in time to watch, like, season 3 when it was, like, coming out. So it still counts, season 3 at least. I really like it a lot. I'm curious to see what's going to happen next, just because revelations have been made, and it seems like a bunch of sad shit is going to happen next, considering the way it ended, and like, you know, you get that toast at the end to the stray dogs, like, what the fuck does that mean? Dazai, what the fuck does that mean? It was very, like, somber. Like, it ended on a somber, like, kind of, like, mysterious note. And so, I really enjoy the characters. I like members of the guild. I like members of the detective agency. I like members of the port mafia. I don't like everybody in this show. Like, there are some characters I wish would just go the fuck away. Chuya and Dazai's relationship. I like Atsushi and Dazai's relationship. I like Akutagawa and Dazai's relationship. Any relationship with Dazai in it is, like, really interesting. And I don't know if that's me just being, like, basic or because I love Mamoru Miyano, so, like, any relationship with Dazai in it is a good one. Like, no, it's not. I just think that the way this, like, because his character is so mysterious, but also, like, you can kind of tell what he's like and how he kind of thinks, but not really. I really like that. And I like how he has a different relationship with, like, all his kind of, like, mentees or, like, equals, because, like, him and Chuya are, like, the same age, basically. But, like, how Akutagawa and Atsushi's relationship with Dazai is completely different from each other. Like, I like seeing that. You know, I love the other characters. Like, I love Kyoko-chan. She's fucking adorable. She is my girl. She is my favorite female character in Bungo Stray Dogs. And I don't know, like, I know other people may say otherwise, but I really love her. She is, like, my fave female character in this show. Like, she's adorable. She always comes through. Kind of ship her and Atsushi a little bit. Like, I kind of want... Like, I don't know, I just love that they're so cute together. I love how he, like, always tries to protect her, and she does the same for him, and, like, you know, how she considers, like, the detective agency, like, her family now, and I just, like, love that. Because before, I did not like her at all when she first came into the show, and so this season, I really, really liked how she would always come through for everybody, and, like, how she cemented herself as a member of the detective agency. Like, I loved that about season 3. So also season 3 of Ace of Diamond came out this year, and you know, we made a podcast episode about the first 2 seasons. I'm still watching season 3, so I won't say too much, but where it's going, I really like that. I like these new teams that we're getting introduced to, and of course, you know, I love seeing my baby Miyuki in every episode pretty much. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen at the end of this season. Kind of nervous, but, you know, I'm holding it in there, guys. I'm holding it in. So that's really all I can say about season 3 at this moment in time. And of course, we're gonna go on to one of the other really great shows that I watched this year, which was Given. And Given changed my fucking life. I don't know what else to say about Given other than, like, I highly recommend it. Like, if you just like love stories, I highly recommend Given. If you like sad things, I highly recommend Given. If you like stuff about music, if you like indie bands like Hoobastank and, like, Oasis and, like, the Arctic Monkeys, you'll like Given because the music is really good. I just like good stories, and I think the story of Given is, like, the best part about it. Like, not the characters, the story. I think the story is great. Because it's a story that, like, everybody can relate to. Like, it's a story about loss, about finding love, making friendships, and doing what you want to do. And I loved the way it progressed. I like how there were a lot of soft moments. I loved how we got to see into our 2 main characters in their heads. Sometimes we got to see, like, how they felt about each other before they kind of realized that they were in love with each other. And of course the music is great. Like, I cannot stress how much I have tried not to cry watching the OP and watching Mafuyu's song from episode 9. Like, I see that song on my timeline a lot because I retweet a lot of Given stuff, and I don't know what to do with myself. I always cry. It's hard. It's very hard not to cry. But if you want to hear more of my thoughts, I will link the Given bonus episode for the podcast in the description, so you guys go check it out, hear my thoughts about what I had to, like, more of my thoughts on what I'd say about Given. Chihaya Furu season 3, I'm currently watching that, so I can't really, like, say too much. All I can say is that this season is really great. The characters are amazing, as always. They're changing and growing, which kind of scares me just because it messes with my ship. I think the visuals have just gotten even prettier, honestly, with this show. Like, we really get to see how pretty both Chihaya and Taichi are. Like, they're both really pretty people, and I like that we get to see, like, that highlighted a lot in the show, because they're just so pretty. I love them. Can you tell which ship is my ship? That car could. I hope that if you heard that. But yeah, I really can't say too much just because the season isn't over yet, so I'm not really, like, gonna comment too much about that. But yes, that is one show that I am still currently enjoying this season. And we also have My Hero Academia Season 4, which I am also currently still watching because it's still coming out as well. This season is fucking amazing. That's all I have to say. I know I recently, like, got, like, super into My Hero Academia, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm repping the merch right here, repping the My Hero Academia stuff. So, I mean, it's... I love this show. It's so good. Like, it fills the Marvel hole in my heart when there's no Marvels. There's no Marvel stuff coming out right now, since Endgame came out, and Spider-Man. But I, like, every single week I get, like, so excited to watch the new episode, and this week's episode, oh my god, was the Amajiki episode, if you guys don't know. That was this week's episode. Oh my gosh, my boy gets to shine. Amajiki's my new boy. Like, he's my other husbando from My Hero Academia pretty much at this point. My Kirishima gets to shine. And I just love the story. I love the characters. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. Like, I know this Yakuza arc is, like, a really long one, so I'm not sure how the fuck long it's gonna last. But I'm also excited for the movie that's coming out rather soon. Y'all know I'm gonna go see that, and I'm gonna make a video about that. That's gonna be good. But yeah, I'm enjoying Season 4 of My Hero Academia so far. I love the OP, love the ending. A lot of these OPs that were out this year for the shows I talked about were really, really good. I really liked them a lot, and I think this one is one of my favorites as well, for My Hero Academia. And last but certainly not least, from what I can remember, this show is like the last one that I want to talk about that came out this year, at least this first season, was Fruits Basket 2019. I have not talked about it yet, but I will let you guys know that in the future we will probably be talking about it on the podcast, at least Season 1, and I'll probably do weekly videos for Season 2 because I want to know what's going to happen, because this is new stuff that we haven't seen animated before. I'm definitely going to be talking about Season 2 on my channel for sure. So little thing real quick about me with Fruits Basket. I watched the original series. I've read the entire manga, so, like, I know everything that's gonna happen. And I'm sure everybody at this point knows, since the manga has been over for, like, years at this point. But I'm not gonna spoil anything for people, for anime onlys who don't know anything about the manga. New adaptation is gorgeous. It's beautiful. I cannot stress enough how gorgeous these new character designs are. They're amazing. They're like, the way it looks is so, like, I want to be in there. I want to stand in the middle of, like, their house and, like, look around. Like, I wish it was real, because it is so pretty to look at. I love the character growth this season, this time around. I love that we're getting the rest of the manga, because I love that we get to see how everything turns out. And I love that we're going to get characters we've never seen animated before. Cannot wait. Oh my god, I'm so excited. But what we have seen this year with Season 1 of Fruits Basket was really amazing. The English dub is amazing. The Japanese dub is amazing too. Like, both of them are amazing. I'm glad the English dub, we got, like, mostly everybody back from the original cast. And they're putting their fucking all into this, because Caitlin Glass, like, does not mess around when she directs stuff like this. Like, she's done a phenomenal job with this adaptation, with this dubcast, especially because she wasn't involved in the original series as far as I know. So I'm excited, and I'm excited to see her play Machi, because Machi becomes a really important character later on in the manga. So, like, that character was not introduced at the very end for, like, shits and gigs. Like, no, she's, like, an important character that comes along later. And so I'm curious to see, because, well, I won't say anything, but I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out, just in general with how everything is going to go with season 2. And season 3, I think there's going to be a 3rd season. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember what they said, but this first season was gorgeous. Both of the OPs were amazing, and the endings were real. I think I liked the first ending better than the second ending, but I liked the second opening more than the first one with Fruits Basket. And I just can't wait to see more of these character designs. I think it has its quiet moments too, kind of like Given, that I really enjoyed. And the character development this time was by far better than the original adaptation of the original anime adaptation. They made me cry about Kyo, guys. Like, I never cried about him in the first go around, or even reading the manga, but they made me care. They made me cry about him, because I'm a Yuki stan all the way, man. This adaptation is really good. I highly recommend watching it, especially if you've never seen Fruits Basket. Like, if you've never seen the original series or never read the manga, I still highly recommend watching Fruits Basket 2019. And I think it kind of like paves the way for maybe like more reboots of stuff, i.e. Hana Yori Dango. Please do a reboot of Hana Yori Dango, Boys Over Flowers. Please do a reboot of the anime, of the manga. Please do a reboot, a modern reboot, please. I would watch the fuck out of that. Please, dear God, someone do this. We have the 90s like anime version, but I want a modern version with a better dub. Maybe an Oron reboot to make sure the manga gets all told. I would be totally down for that. But anyway, I think Fruits Basket kind of like is paving the way for possible reboots of like older series that only have one season, but their manga is finished. And so I highly recommend watching Fruits Basket 2019. I would pre-order it, but I'm gonna wait for the entire series so I can get just a big ass box set of the entire series of Fruits Basket. Whenever the hell that happens. I don't mind waiting 3 or 4 years for that to happen, for me to get that. But that is going to be it, guys, for my seasonal shows that I watched in 2019 for the 12 days of anime. If it was a little long, I do apologize. I watched quite a bit this year of stuff that just came out this year. All of the shows that I talked about can be watched on Crunchyroll. A lot of them can also be watched on Funimation. So if you haven't seen them, I highly recommend going to watch them, subbed and or dubbed. Because they're all I really enjoyed a lot of these shows, a hell of a lot, and I'm really excited to see what 2020 is going to bring to the table, especially with some of these shows that are getting a second season, or an additional season, or it's a continuing season in 2020. I'm very excited, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you watched any of this stuff in the comments below. It is the 12 days of anime, so like if you have been watching my videos, thank you so much. But yes, yeah, let's have a dialogue in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought of any of these shows that I talked about. If you liked them, if you didn't like them, what did you like about them? And let me know if I missed out on anything. I know I'm gonna watch Demon Slayer, I promise. I'm gonna watch that at some point. Just not right now because I have way too much stuff going on. But that is a 2019 show I need to watch / catch up on. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. And yeah, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe if you already haven't. Follow the podcast Twitter, subscribe to the podcast if you already haven't. We've got quite a few episodes at this point that you can, you know, scroll through and hear our thoughts on, especially with stuff that has come out this year, like Given and Ace of Diamond. We don't really talk about Season 3 that much of Ace of Diamond, but still talked about it. So, yeah, have fun, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!